be an American. When our forefathers created this great country, the best country in the world, we were granted life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Life, we all deserve life. So, no killing anybody, basically, no murder. Liberty is freedom with a little bit of law. And the pursuit of happiness is you have the opportunity to create your own happiness. And we forget this. And people that come in don't understand it. And it has been lost. The life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness covers everything. No one should be able to kill you. There are freedoms that are taken, and there are laws set in place to make sure that we are free. In the pursuit of happiness, everyone has the same opportunity. Some may have a better foundation, and that is just on your ancestors. For the past 100 years, your ancestors could have got together, and that's just the way it is. The next is we have a big immigration issue in the U.S. It's our changing our way of living. If we have people that are coming into our country that don't want to assimilate to our country or hate our country, that is an issue. And it's not that we don't want people from other countries to become Americans. Americans are all people. There isn't just Americans. There are people that have been here for a long time. There are people that just get here. It is what you are. It is being a part of one goal, and that is the American dream and the American goal. So in the last 10 years or so, we've had a lot of people come in that hate our country. And that is just crazy. And for the past 3 years with this administration that we've had with people just pouring in, the immigration issue is a problem. And as Americans and how the culture has changed, we are not having enough kids to replace our population. So I think they're trying to supplement that with immigration, which is fine. It's okay. But I think we should keep our way, our American way. Our American way is what's led the world for the past 200 years. So the entitlement that Americans have, that we believe everyone should be an American, is just wrong thinking. If you look at any other country, when COVID was going on, when other wars are coming on, like the wars that are going on right now, they are not. Some other countries don't even let people in, and we let everybody in. And it's not being nice. It's not being the greatest country in the world. It is just wrong. There are legal ways to go about everything, and if we don't stop that, it's going to ruin our American way, and it's going to change America forever, and we will become divided. Like, we are not divided now. I believe the media is trying to divide us, but if we continue on this path, we definitely will be divided. But the pursuit of happiness, let's go back to that. Everyone has the right to pursue happiness. You don't have the right to have happiness. And that's the welfare state that we have, is that we give people the liberty and help them, but it has turned into a cluster of people that won't become better because of the liberty that we've given them, and they try to pursue happiness in the wrong ways. So it's a distortion of life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, because they are entitled to think that they deserve the life. They take the liberty and they move it around to get their happiness. There are people that have things that they should not have because they feel like they're entitled to it because they are American. And that's another big issue. There are people that will never become better because the liberties put in place have made it this way. And it hasn't changed. It's only going in one direction. It's going into a more socialist kind of system, and that's not the American way. You have and you must pursue happiness. And if you don't, then those liberties should not be given to you. But people that try to gain power, they do it by giving away free stuff. And that is what they're doing with the American dream. They're trying to give the American dream to everyone to gain votes to get power. That is the only reason why. That's what every socialist, communist countries do. And they do it in a couple ways. They first control media, which if it blows my mind that people, when you think about politics, the the people that have the most power to control the media are usually the quote unquote bad guys because they have all the power. And when those people that have all the power, when they're acting like they don't have the power, that should be a red flag for everybody. And the so-called bad guys, if they're the ones that are the minority, then I mean, it just does not make sense that you believe that these people are, and they've been doing this for 40 years, giving free stuff to people, and those people's lives aren't becoming better. We have a big culture issue in the United States. We call it we call it a class issue, but it is a culture issue. There are people that have came here with nothing, and those people and their culture does do way better than other cultures. But as I don't know why, I think it's just the power. The people that are in power, they use these poor, um, uneducated people. They use them as pawns to keep power, and they've been feeding them the same lies for year after year, and they just like, we will give you more stuff to basically give you your happiness because you don't want to pursue it yourself, we don't want you to pursue it yourself. So it's just a big lie over and over of entitled people, and then people that are trying to keep power, and they feed you the same lies over and over, like how the United States has the worst health issues in the world, but they say that they care about like climate issues and all of this, when climate is not something that the United States can change. You know what United States can change? Our health issues. We are the most obese country in the world. That's one thing that we can change through our own policy. Instead, we gaslight the American people with climate change. This is just one example that we can change climate change by ourselves as United States of America. When India and China are the reason for half of the climate issues that we have in the world, but they're not going to do anything about it, and we will never change them. We don't want to change them. We just want to change ourselves. So that is it's just not real. It's fake. It's someone that's acting like they're a vegan or a vegetarian, but then eating meat when they get home because they just want the people outside of their house to think that they're doing these nice things, and they want to basically lie to you about things that you can change for things that look like they're socially acceptable. And that's that another fake facade that we have that's destroying the American dream. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That is it. And it should be preserve life. And one thing that the big issue with preserving life right now that I really didn't want to bring up is the abortion. Basically, we've been told that that's basically plan B. It's not plan B. It should never be plan B, and it's destroying cultures because nothing has destroyed poor people more than abortion, or certain cultures more than abortion, because that has taken choice out of everything. It's destroyed relationships. Even though our grandfathers and our fathers and all of them, they had to stay around, or they should have stayed around for kids. It's not a bad thing. If you It's basically making decisions without responsibility. If you go out and you start a family, then that should be that that is on you. Instead, it's like, oh no, I'll just abort the kid. It takes all the responsibility out of it, and it's another reason why we're destroying the American dream. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You have to aspire to be better and love our country. There's no reason not to. We go around and we try to make things better wherever we're at. And it's always in other countries and never in our own. We need to change that to be more pro American. It is really bad. Like, if you say that you're pro American, the first thought that people have is that you're a racist or a nationalist or something crazy like that. We aren't proud to be Americans anymore, and you should be proud to be American. We are we are the best country in the world. Everyone wants to be in America. It is true. It doesn't matter how you want to spin it. They may talk shit as much as they want about Americans, but they want to live in America. They want to visit America. They want their country to be more like us, hands down. It is very simple. Go around the world, talk to other people from other countries. They love America. We need to change things that we can change. Control what you can't control. Don't act like you can do things that you can't do. And you shouldn't accept people that don't love this country and ask them why. And most of them will say crazy things like, we start too many wars. We don't start any wars. We try to protect people that can't protect themselves. If we see evil people doing bad things to good people, we stop them. We are not a bloodthirsty country. I don't care what kind of conspiracies that you put out there. We are the protector of the earth right now. You look at China, you look at Russia. Russia's already invading someone. China's trying to take over somebody. We're not trying to take over anybody. We could take over everything if we wanted to, and we don't. There are very clear lines of good and evil in this world. And the American way of life in America is truly good.